everyone. I just wanted to come to you on this election day to hopefully tell you that hopefully you are voting today. That's one thing. You see my sticker here, I voted. But I really wanted to just give you a little bit more detail about something that I just got a sample and I wanted to show it to you. And it's from HelloFresh. And so if you've ever really thought about the meal delivery types of services, I had the opportunity to go to Boston to the Food Nutrition Conference and Expo, FNCE, affectionately known as FNCE, where over 10,000 dietitians migrated to Boston, and we all got to see the latest in nutrition and food and learn about trends. And something that was a really big trend was meal delivery services, and there are a lot out there. So you've probably heard of a lot of them. And I just wanted to show you, though, kind of what happens when you get this package. And this particular box is from HelloFresh. And what I was impressed with by this company is that they're actually the only meal delivery service company that actually has a dietitian on staff. So that's already impressive. And I also like how you can do this with other services too, where you get to choose your weekly menu and you also get the pre-measured ingredients. So I just wanted to kind of show you what that actually looks like as I'm waving around my scissor here. But I haven't opened it yet, so it's going to be a surprise to me as well. But it's kind of fun to get these in the mail if this is something that you're interested in. It does get you cooking more and maybe gets you interested in recipes that you have never thought of. And then the other piece is to make sure you have the right tools on hand. And as a Pampered Chef consultant myself, I think that Pampered Chef tools are actually very high quality and can really help you with meal preparation, making it more fun and more simple. And so I just want to show you what's inside this box. So let me just cut it open here. And so you can see that this actually contains 1 week of menus or 1 week of meal plans, and this is for 3 days. And so we'll see what this looks like. HelloFresh says it's more than food. And you can find out more about their company on their website, hellofresh.com. And this is kind of fun. So it says, you and I are going on a delicious adventure. Spread the love and share the grub. So you can share if you'd like once you get your meals made. And I have tried a sample of another company as well. And what I really liked about it is that you get to have unique ingredients that maybe you don't otherwise seek out. You get to try some unique recipes that you may not. It's kind of like Stitch Fix, but for meals. So I used to do Stitch Fix, and I thought it was great because someone else is picking out my clothes that I would not have otherwise chosen. But at the same time, it may or may not be your taste. So you have to kind of go into it with a great attitude of, I'm going to be surprised. Hi, Autumn. Thanks for joining. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for joining. So let's see. Your tortellini is hiding. Make sure to take it out from under the ice at the bottom of your box. So got that little note card, so that's kind of fun. Knowing that I've got some pasta. You've got the meals, we've got the deals. Looks like there's some coupons and things in here, in there to look at. And then I've got the recipes. So this looks like it's a little brochure of what's all in the box. This may be backwards to you, but it's called The Fresh Life. Winter is coming. So something that HelloFresh really focuses on is the seasonal ingredients. And they are saying winter is coming. This means it's time to make room for the brassica bunch. So if you don't know what brassica means, that's all kind of like the cruciferous vegetables. Your broccoli, your Brussels sprouts, your cauliflower, your cabbage. And this is a great time to actually be purchasing those because they are in season. They love cooler weather. So a lot of the areas in the United States, they tend to grow more of these in the wintertime. And so they got a little bit more information about brassicas there, which is nice to give you some information nutritional wise. And then it looks like we've got a red rice bowl that we're going to make. And we've got a loaded lentil salad and 1 pot tortellini wonder. So I'll kind of show you these here. There's the 1 pot tortellini wonder. And we've got loaded lentil salad. If you've never had lentils before, this is a type of pulse, which is just basically a term for beans and lentils and dried peas and those types of things. Really a big trend at the conference that I was just at a couple weeks ago. Trying to get more of those types of foods in our meals because they have so much nutritional benefit to them, especially protein and fiber and lots of other vitamins and minerals. So try to put more of those on your plate. So this recipe actually will fall into that, the loaded lentil salad. The other thing I'm really noticing a trend of is we're trying to get more vegetables into the main dish. And I definitely agree with this because a lot of people, a lot of us, we may not remember to make a side dish for whatever main meal we're having. So this is a way to actually get more vegetables into our bodies by having it incorporated into whatever the main dish is. So it looks like this is an option for that, red rice bowl. So this is just kind of a cute little flip book to give you your recipes. Something that I always look for if you are signing up for a meal delivery service, you want to make sure that the recipes are understandable. So I've tried another version before, and the recipe was kind of difficult to follow as far as like, what are you supposed to do? So this looks like, and that's what I really investigated when I was actually at Fancy. So it really does give you some step-by-step instructions without seeming overly complicated. And what I also like about this is that you can use the right tool. You'll know which tools you need in your kitchen as well, just by looking at kind of their pictures and what the directions are too. So let's take a look. Looks like I got a little bag. Oh no, this is an apron. So there I can cook with my apron, right? And then this is all boxed in my kind of a cooler style. All right, so let's take this out. And this is kind of fun. So they're actually in their own little boxes. So this is the kit for the loaded lentil salad. I'm gonna get rid of this big box so you can see more here. We've got, and those, the recipes that I just showed you must have been kind of the side dishes. I guess I'm not quite sure because this has Jamie's super salmon parcels. So that was not actually in the little recipe book. So I'm not quite sure where that falls into. And then we have, oh, here's another one with some protein in it, pan roasted chicken. So all of these sound really good. And then we have even more. So let's keep going. This is just a lift for some chilled items, so they kind of block those so you don't get like things all wet from the thawing that happens. And I believe this was overnighted to me, so you can be sure that things are staying fresh. So this is the salmon, it appears. Thinking that that's what that is. And then we've got some chicken breast here, which it looks like there's maybe 2 in that package. So 2 different options for the protein and some big ice packs, as you can see. I've also seen where they actually include dry ice, so you want to be sure to check for that. Don't touch that. But let's actually look now. Move this out of the way here. Take a look at what we actually have in these boxes, these little boxes. So this is the pan roasted chicken. And see if we can open this up here. So this is unique. The other meal delivery service that I've tried, actually all the ingredients kind of came together and you had to figure out which ingredients went with which recipe. So this is unique where things are packaged together, so it's pretty organized for you. So this is that pan roasted chicken. Looks like I have some arugula here and some white mushrooms and a lemon and some Dijon mustard. And that's kind of the fun thing is you get these cute little packages. So if you want to keep your waste down, if you're not sure if you're going to use an ingredient again, that's kind of the nice thing about that. Couscous is another one. And then it gives you some tubes. So I've got some sour cream here, both of those, and some chicken base or broth, or not broth, but some kind of a base, most likely, and some garlic. So, yeah. Jessica, you have a question. Did you ever get the tortellini out of the box? You know what? I never did. Maybe I need to look again underneath the bottom. Let's see here. Oh, look. Thanks for the reminder. And no, it's not there. So, I guess we'll be using our own pasta for that. Interesting. Yeah, we've got the salmon and we've got the chicken, but we don't have the tortellini. Maybe that's, I don't really have a box though for the tortellini, so maybe that makes sense. Maybe I'm really not supposed to make the tortellini and those recipes were just extras. I guess I'm not sure. So, I guess we'll just see what happens here. We've got loaded lentil salad. So let's check that out. Oh, all right. So we've got some little baby Brussels sprouts. So this is kind of fun. Who loves Brussels sprouts? Now, I grew these once. Well, I didn't. We all did. My family did. And my kids actually were really quite impressed with how they grow. They grow on this really long stalk with these little baby Brussels sprouts all down the side. However, when we picked some, my kids, you know, they didn't think that they were like the greatest, although we could have tried them a few different ways, but they actually took those and took the stalks and decided to use them as baseball bats. So we were playing Brussels sprout baseball. I tried to say that 3 times fast. All right, and you have never tried, yes. So actually, like a really great way to try them is sauteing them in some Italian dressing. Super easy, gives them some flavor. You can also shave these, and Jessica, with your new simple slicer that you've got, the one that slices in 3 different settings, you can actually shave the Brussels sprouts that way into these micro pieces, and then you can use them in salads or toss them in a stir fry. Lots of different ways to try them. So again, this is the brassica group of foods, and that's, if I go back to the little, where did I put that? Here we go. The little handout that they gave. And you can see, so it's kale, broccoli and cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and green cabbage. They're full of phytonutrients, which are things that actually really help your body kind of stay healthy. So great for cancer prevention, heart disease reduction, blood pressure management, diabetes prevention, all of these things. So they're actually members of the mustard family. So if we kind of go back in time, broccoli and cauliflower and all these things actually never existed. The mustard plant was what they came from, and then there was over time selective breeding that happened, hand by hand. Look, think of how long that took to grow something out and select for those traits. A long time. So anyway, we've got so many amazing food choices now that we are really blessed with that. But so eat more Brussels sprouts and broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage, all those things. So what else comes in here? We've got a sweet potato. It's actually still cold and chilled here. We've got a little container of honey. You can kind of see that here. Just a little jar. I'm going to probably keep these little containers because you can always reuse those. That's another thing that I like to use. Pepitas. Anybody know what these are? So these are actually pumpkin seeds, pepitas. And then we have some herbs here. And we have, must be like a vegetable base that we need. This cute little bottle of balsamic vinegar. So like, not that big, but what you need for the recipe. So the other thing I really like about the recipes is that you can make them again without feeling like you have to somehow get all the ingredients again. So if you decide, oh wow, this would be great for my family, they loved it, you can make it again. And then we have cheese. Looks like maybe some, I'm not quite sure, cojita cheese maybe, Parmesan, not quite sure. And then we have French lentils. And I'm thinking they must not be cooked, but doesn't matter. Lentils actually cook very quickly, in about 20 minutes. Similar to rice, but with a little extra water. So we've got all of those fun ingredients in this loaded lentil salad. So now you know what's loaded about it, right? And then you have, let's go to the next one. And that was a great catch, this tortellini thing. They never had it, but I don't think I actually have that in my kit, that recipe, so it's interesting that they included this card. Little mistake, I guess. Everybody makes mistakes. All right, so then this is, oh, and that chicken goes with the pan-roasted chicken. So then this is the Jamie's Super Salmon Parcels, and so that goes with that salmon that was at the bottom. And let's see what's in here. Oh, we've got one of my favorite herbs, basil. So this is a lot of basil. So I wonder, it must call for a lot of basil. Maybe I'm making a pesto, actually. That's maybe what is happening. If you've never made pesto, you must make pesto. It's so delicious. It's basil, olive oil, garlic, pine nuts, and Parmesan cheese. 5 ingredients. Whip it up in a food processor. And you can also do it in the manual food processor with with Pampered Chef food processor. So super easy, just boom, 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 it's done. All right, then we just have some green beans. And this appears to be Parmesan, it actually says that too. And yes, it looks like we are making some pesto because now we have all the ingredients. So this is kind of the fun part too, is you actually can think about how this is actually gonna taste by the ingredients you're pulling out of the box. So remember I said you need these ingredients here, and here they are. The only thing that's missing is olive oil, so maybe we're doing something different with that. But we've got all the ingredients for pesto. And then we've got a couple of lemons, and 5, it looks like 5 fresh potatoes, still cold, nice and clean. You'd still wash them. You'd want to make sure you wash everything again too. So that is what is in this box. So this is the salmon meal, and you can see that there's a lot of vegetables in these. We had the arugula, we had potatoes, sweet potatoes, all kinds of different options. And let's just take a look back at this recipe again. Although this is going to be interesting because I'm going to have to find the recipes because I don't have the recipe for the salmon or the chicken for that matter. But anyway, we've got the loaded lentil salad. It may be because I'm getting a sample that this got a little bit messed up a little bit, but I can find them online, and that's the other thing about HelloFresh is they have their recipes right online, so you can remake those and just save them there. The loaded lentil salad, we have the sweet potato, the Brussels sprouts, the veggie stock concentrate, so all those different things, feta cheese. So basically it looks like we are going to combine, you can see there, cut up all the vegetables, and we are going to drizzle them with some olive oil, honey, and the herbs, and we're going to roast them. So that'll bring out their flavor, caramelize, and make for some really great tasting vegetables. So something I learned at Fancy is that in order to have vegetables taste good, we have to essentially destroy them and hurt them because that brings out their flavor. So we should never just think, let's pop some broccoli in the microwave and steam it without really doing much to it. We actually want to chop it up a little bit. We want to kind of injure it because that brings out the flavor. So think about that as you're making your vegetables. Just like, steamed carrots, for instance. Yes, they're pretty, but they need something. They're really bland, and all vegetables are that way. So we need to add flavor. We need to add some kind of a sauce, or we need to do something to it, like roast it, because that actually damages the cells of the vegetable, which brings out flavor. So it's a good thing that you're damaging the vegetable. Cutting it up into small pieces damages it, so it brings out more flavor. All of those things matter. Then we're going to cook the lentils, and then we're going to, looks like, heat up the Brussels sprouts and kind of saute those. And then we're going to drizzle with some balsamic and add everything together. So plating it up, you serve it with a sprinkle of feta cheese and the pepitas. So let me just kind of show you that there. Pretty easy to follow. And I'm going to have to go online and get those other 2 recipes, but and the other, I can still make these tortellini recipes, and that has garlic, kale, milk, veggie stock concentrate, pesto, and then the pasta, and then the panko breadcrumbs. So actually that would be right up my alley because I love pesto. Jessica probably knows that because of one of our dishes that we tend to get if we go out to eat. And so, and this has the shredded Parmesan cheese too, so you're basically making kind of like a pesto pasta, which is also looking pretty good too. So anyone can do any of this. This just makes it maybe a little more simple for you if you are not sure of what to make, you need help with kind of meal planning. This can be a solution for you. And I like the fact that it has a dietitian. HelloFresh has a dietitian right on staff, so they're working together and planning nourishing meals that you can make with your family. And I also know that one thing that they've been doing is kind of some cook-alongs on Facebook Live on their Facebook page, and maybe once or twice a month. I'm not quite sure of their schedule, but that's kind of a fun way to see how everything works together too. But what I noticed is that when I got a previous sample from a different company, that the recipes, we had 3 recipes, so I cooked with my daughter one night, I cooked with my son one night, And then I even got my husband to cook with me, which doesn't really happen that much. So it was just kind of a nice, like, no one is the expert. I'm not the expert because I really don't know any of these recipes. So it was just kind of a fun way where we could spend time together and learn and have some fun, and it didn't take that long, but it gives you some focus time, because one of my goals as a mom is to really teach my own kids about 10 recipes. I'm not quite sure on the specific number, but my goal is at least 10 by the time they're 18, so that when they leave to go wherever they're going, they're going to know how to make a really good brunch. They're going to know how to make a really good pasta. They're going to know how to make a really good pizza, and things that are just kind of, real basic, but then they can build on those skills. And I feel like my job as a parent is to equip them with life skills, and I want to make that happen. So something that I'm kind of excited about, and now that my son is 13 and my daughter is 11, they're kind of getting to that age, my son especially, where they can kind of take charge a little bit more and think of some ideas, and the more experience I give them, the more comfortable they'll feel in the kitchen. So I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing of HelloFresh, and if you have any questions, just let me know, and if there's anything you need as far as kitchen tools to make your meals, I'd be happy to help you as well. So have a great rest of your day. Remember, I voted. You need to vote too. All right, so have a great day. Thanks. Bye.